Okay.
Hey, Coach, it just seemed like they ran out of gas a little bit toward the end. Just when you're at this point of the season, how do you guys keep finding ways to keep the energy up in games like this?
Yeah, I did think we felt like we did get a little tired and made some mental mistakes more than anything. When you get fatigued, sometimes that happens. Really, there isn't a simple answer. If there's a simple answer, you just have to fight through it. Right. It's not like we can, do a bunch of conditioning. That's obviously counterproductive. Mm-hmm. Particularly, we play tomorrow night, so we're going to get home and regroup and get ready. But it was a good win. Mm-hmm. I thought we played a terrific first half. And these are tough games. They're going to shoot threes. We knew it. Mm-hmm. They had a run there where they made a bunch in a row and really got back in the game. But I thought we responded at the right times.
In the first three quarters, you got shot really well. I think they were about 55% from three at that point. Is that also the product? I know you guys do that in a little bit anyway. Is that also a product of taking advantage of their disorganization a little bit because of new guys coming in?
I think I'm just focused on our group.
Right.
And I think we thought we executed really well. And the ball stuck a little bit later where we weren't getting the same shots. I don't know how many threes we had at halftime, but it didn't seem like we were getting as clean of looks. And I thought that's because the ball stopped a little bit, and that happens. It's the offensive end just becomes harder, and it's something we talked about and talk about consistently.
With Onyeka, he's still playing well in these last couple of games that he's been in the starting unit. Just what have you seen from him as he's progressed through this year?
Well, I think we felt like even early in the year, his ball skills, his passing, he's got really good instincts. You're seeing some of his versatility on the offensive end. I thought defensively, more and more he's in the right place from a positional standpoint, and that includes out on the perimeter. He had a couple possessions where he was on Buddy Hield. I think Buddy hit one in the first half. He was a little too far off him, and then he made those adjustments. And I think that's, we can keep coaching him, but there are certain things that, he's a smarter guy, and he feels those things, and it just his experiences in those situations, he'll continue to get more and more comfortable.
Trey's ability when they were closing in, I think it was 6 a couple times, and he would come down to a floater, or get to the rim, got to the line. Just the ability for that. How big is that? And does that show his leadership in moments like that?
Yeah. The game got close, and he made a couple plays for us that, were terrific. And we need that from him. That's really important. And then, we talked about it after the game. I think, and he's more aware of it than anybody. When he gets a little tired after, he's carrying a lot. He's carrying the load. He's responsible for a lot of things offensively, and that's when he'll make a pass that he shouldn't make. And I think that happens when he does get a little tired. But the point of the game you're talking about was really important, and he's capable of doing that, and we're confident in doing that.
Coach, we oftentimes talk about Sadiq's energy and just how he's able to kind of bring that to the game. Just in this game as well, you see him just going after the loose ball and all that.
He's so fun to coach because he's just a warrior, and that's like the ultimate compliment in my mind. And he's got a quiet strength about him. He's really intelligent. He knows what's going on all the time. And you watch him too. He communicates more, and I want him to do more of that. Because when you have that type of understanding, we've got a few guys like that. Hunt's like that too, and we keep getting those guys to share in those respects. But I think both of those guys, their toughness, and Jalen, I'd be remiss. There was a possession in front of our bench late. Mm-hmm. He played defense that was just outstanding. He got stood up a couple times, showed his hands where he didn't foul, guarded the game. He must have had to guard 3 or 4 different. And Tobias Harris is hard to guard. And he was on Buddy Hield, and it was a similar situation. So, but back to Sadiq, you know, his energy and his competitiveness, you know, you feel it. And I think when you're out there with him, you feel it, and it's inspiring. You know, it gets you going.